Hi, my name is Suzanne Reyes. I'm with Journeys Hypnosis. Today I'm on the Camino de Santiago, and I'm thinking a lot about this whole idea of pattern interrupt. And I talk a lot about this with my clients. Pattern interrupt is interrupting different forms of behavior, different thought patterns, different ways of being by doing something different. If you want to create change in your life, you need to interrupt old patterns. And as I've been walking for the third day in a row, I've been thinking about how I've interrupted a pattern in my life. I'm doing something different, something that I haven't done before. And this interrupted pattern I'm noticing is really having positive effects on my mindset, on my health, on my mental well-being. I can look at the stats on my watch that monitors my heart rates and my stress levels, and I can see that it's all really nicely balanced. And who would think that walking 20 miles in a day would be something that's so good for someone, but it is. And I'm out in nature. You can hear chickens around me and birds chirping, and everywhere I look there's greenery, and I'm literally spending the day with my husband, walking from morning until late afternoon along this beautiful trail. So I've interrupted a pattern in my life, and I don't think you always have to go on vacation to interrupt patterns. I think there's small little things we do on a daily basis. You wake up from bed, and rather than getting up and brushing your teeth immediately, how about meditating for 5 minutes? Or how about instead of going left to work, you drive right to work? Or how about you take time to go take a yoga class or an art class, or just do something to interrupt the old patterns. They say that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something to change. And even though that's so cliche and obvious, just think how much of that we typically do as humans. We're creatures of habit. Even our thoughts are habits and our behaviors are habits. So challenge yourself. Think about one thing that you're going to do differently today that will interrupt the pattern that you've been living in, and just see what happens. Let me know.